First off, I want to thank our students and you know give a shout out to our marketing guys for and gals for the work they did to get them here tonight. That was really a terrific atmosphere and a lot of fun. I think everybody enjoyed it, especially the second half. We played really well, and those students make a difference in games like this. This makes a difference when you have a great home court and things aren't going well, and you have a couple energy plays, and that gets your guys going. It really did, and our guys played outstanding in the second half. We made a couple adjustments that I thought helped us. Our guys executed well and shared the ball, and it all looks better too, right? When you're making shots and making free throws, and we're 24 out of 25 at the line, and the other night we couldn't make any and lost the lead, and not much is different really. We didn't shoot like 4,000 free throws between the time. Your guys got to relax and shoot them in, and we did. So this was a very good win. Wake is a good team. Steve does a really good job with his guys. They're coming off an incredible win at Wisconsin. That's a hard place. I've been there to win, and that's a tough turnaround for them. They had a tough travel deal. It was hard for us too, and we didn't have to travel, so I know it was hard on them. So there's probably a little bit of an advantage there for us. And but give our kids credit. We had to go win the game in the second half, and we did. So great start to the ACC play. I'm terrible. I mean, I can't remember last week. Obviously the Auburn game in the Sweet 16 was one of those crazy games when you almost felt like it was over at halftime. You just, like, your guys. I remember telling the person that interviewed me in CBS or whatever, I just got to stay out of the way, right? Like, the kids are playing with so much confidence and so well. You just don't overcoach them. You just keep encouraging them and give them 1 or 2 pointers and let them roll. This wasn't that, obviously. It was different. Obviously, we talked about this last game against Penn State. I was really disappointed in our toughness at the beginning of the game, and so I got on our guys at halftime pretty good. And I haven't done much of that this year, but I did in the Penn State game, and our kids responded. I'm proud of them. Today it was more settling them down and encouraging them. We're fine. We're down 7, and we're not playing well. Defensively, we're okay. Like, we're playing decent. We're following most of our principles. There's a couple things we've made mistakes on. We'll try to get those corrected. But offensively, we're panicky. We're hyper. We're playing too fast. We're not playing and doing some of the things we practiced and prepared for in the game. Now it's harder because some of the stuff we practiced, we barely practiced, right, because of the quick turnaround, and guys are just exhausted, and so you don't have much time to really do much. But this is where having some older players was an advantage. We don't have a lot of depth with our young guys yet. They're coming. But the older guys were able to make some adjustments and play very well and confidently in the second half. I thought the first 4 minutes was big.
Alex Hemenway, consistency from the three-point line last year, trying to find it this year.
Yeah.
He's shooting well over
Yeah.
40%.
Yeah.
How much is that?
Yeah, it's a huge weapon, right? I mean, he's somebody that people have to worry about. We keep working with him to expand his game, do more things, but that's a powerful weapon, the three-point shot, not only just making shots, but creating space for others, right? Chase to drive, PJ to score in the paint. There's any number of things that having great shooting on the floor does to put stress on a defense, even when he's not making shots. People still have to worry about him and guard him. And sometimes they put so much emphasis on him that does open more things for other guys. And so other guys have big nights, and he doesn't get as many shots. But, when he does and he's hitting them like tonight, it's a huge momentum, right? Obviously, we talked about Penn State. He made a couple early to get us going when we were struggling. Tonight he was opportunistic and shot it well again. One of the things we talked about at halftime, one of the things that I've tried to do is really coach my guys to, like, what gets you beat, right? Why do you lose? Why do you win? I think sometimes we coach so much details and style and philosophy and how you want to play and good plays, bad plays. But you got to sit down with kids. They don't really know fouling loses you games, right? And one of the positives that I told them at the halftime of tonight was we were being aggressive. We were throwing the ball inside. We were driving. We were getting to the foul line. We played terrible offense in the first half, but we did get to the foul line. Maybe we were 8 for 9 or 9 for 10. We had a huge, they only had one. And so we were in the game because of our aggressiveness offensively. And because defensively we weren't fouling. We weren't making silly fouls. Against Cal, they stayed in the game. It was a 3-point game at the half purely because we fouled them and they made free throws. And they made 90% in the first half. And so the game put stress on us. You guard for 20, 25 seconds, then you either don't get a defensive rebound or you foul somebody late in a possession. It's demoralizing and it's painful. And the bonus is a problem. And so, teaching them things like that, turning the ball over, we just – there's obviously dumb gets you beat, right? Dumb plays get you beat. You don't have to make great plays. You just have to hit singles and doubles, and there'll be a home run every once in a while. There'll be a PJ Hall dribbling it 60 feet for a dunk. That's phenomenal. There'll be a big time shot every once in a while, but you just have to make good basketball plays all the time. Fundamental basketball, and obviously, probably that needs to be coached a lot right now. With all the guys on our team and all the young kids. I think that's, we do 2-man partner passing 3 or 4 days a week, and, that's sometimes is a struggle.
You get PJ out there going 21 and 8, not even 80% early. Imagine what he could do if he's playing at 100%.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, I've said I think he's one of the 5 or 6 best players in our league when he's healthy and rolling, and, he's had a really good week. The biggest thing is he has to get his confidence back. Like I said on the radio that play where he dribbled it, 3/4 court and dunked it, that's a huge thing for him. Like to trust his body to go full speed with a guy chasing him down and dunk the ball and a guy kind of coming and you're worried what's going to happen. Is my body going to hold up my knee, my foot, all the things that I've had to deal with. And then it works and he's fine. That's great. In practice, he almost needs some hard falls. He needs awkward plays because that's what in basketball you're always, you can't control yourself sometimes, and you leave the ground and now you're landing awkwardly, and you can see in his play he still has moments where, am I okay? He doesn't leave the ground as much. He doesn't do some things because he's got to work through that. But plays like tonight, that helps confidence, and a big part of it is going to be his confidence.
Coach, one of Wake Forest's biggest strengths is moving quickly off the bounce and those fast break plays. Tonight you only allowed 4 fast break points for Wake Forest. How big was that to kind of stop their offense and force them to take some?
Yeah, the second half, was our offense, right? Our offense and executing well and scoring and using the clock a little bit like that. That's put stress on the defense, right? And it's hard to run then. The first half they got some shots against us in transition. They made a couple plays. We didn't run as good offense. We turned the ball over a lot, and so they were able to get out. But it was a point of emphasis, obviously, right? Appleby is a terrific player. I mean, he is fast and smart. I mean, 5 assists, 1 turnover tonight, and we're trying to bother him. And he's hard to get sped up. He plays fast, but he's under control. They're a very good team. Steve does a really good job with them. They're big. I think they guard well. They're doing nice things. This was a really good win for us. And, again, I think it was helpful that they were traveling and doing some things like that.
Any more questions for Coach, or anybody on Zoom have anything for Coach?
Yeah, we didn't let those guys go last time.